Good morning, guys. How we doing? Welcome in. Let me get all these alerts out for the live. Get my thumbnail changed. Good. That's all set. All right, welcome in, everyone. Let me make sure the background music isn't too loud. What's going on, Rebo? Good morning. A little rejection right there. Morning, Mark. How you doing? Steve, Usman, how you doing? Mikey, AB. What's going on? Welcome in, guys. We're bouncing like 20 points up and down right now, pretty aggressively, I might add. All right, let me check to make sure this background music on YouTube isn't too loud. If you guys can hear that, give me a thumbs up. I did put night driving on from StreamYard. Let's see. Sounds good. Sorry about the mouse in the back. I don't think I can do anything about that, unfortunately. But everything else sounds good. Good morning, Darko. How you doing? Laz, what's going on? Sounds good. Awesome. Sweet. All right, so into open, we'll jump right into this real quick. I got one more update to put out here. Okay, 48, good. Awesome. So for today, what I'm going to be looking at is a pretty good continuation to the downside, I think. So we're pretty much right on that opening week low. We talked about this a little bit yesterday as well. If we go over to what we're looking at for that opening week range, we have essentially 100% chance. We've only had 1 week out of the past year. So one out of the past 48 that has not gone and hit that level. And funny enough, that week was actually 2 weeks ago. So it's in recent markets that it's not hitting. We have a very solid chance of going down and hitting 649.89. Qs has already taken out that level. So this one it's not valid anymore. We're not anticipating a break on that level. We're actually going to be expecting Qs to have a continuation down as well, as long as it takes for SPY to go and hit that 649.89. So those are the levels that I'm going to be looking for into open. I think we get a pretty nice continuation down. I don't think that's going to chop around. I think even in the next 25 minutes or so, we could get a pretty solid move to the downside. Get that screen up there. I didn't realize the mouse was so loud. That's a little unfortunate. Sorry about that. So the reason I'm targeting downside and open, we are just about $1 away. We're a little bit under $1 away from hitting that opening week range. And we only have a 4% chance that we stay within this range for the entire week. I think that we're probably going to make a pretty nice flush into open. And then from there, we don't really have that good of stats for the gap fill today. Qs is currently gap down 1% again. So we only have a 50-50 chance. This is 6 events. 3 of them have filled, 3 of them have not. Once we go and hit that level, I think we'll have a pretty concise bounce off of 649.89, and then if 649.89 manages to hold, we'll look for a pushback up to 662.61. If not, then we're going all the way down to look for 643.23. That's what I'm going to be anticipating a move down to. Should hit almost immediately into open. I don't think this is going to dilly-dally around. I don't think it's going to hang on for support or resistance, or I think it's almost immediately going to go down to 649.89. And then from there, we also have a psych level at 650. So that's going to have some bounce behind it. Not a huge one, but it is going to have some impact on the level that we're going to be trading. So 650, if we sweep that and then bounce up, great. If not, then we also have that outside day stat that we're looking at. So we'll mark out previous day's high and low. And then we have our pre-market range. So what we are looking for, what I'm looking for into open. Let me fix that real quick. What I'm looking for into open after we go and take that low, I think we sweep 649.89, and then I think we get back up to that outside day stat. That's you can flip-flop that because we don't have that strong withdrawal to the upside or downside. I'd like to see the downside get swept first and then go up, just because I want to see the week continue to the upside. We could go and take that outside day stat first, but the reason I don't want to see that hit first is because then we only have a 10% chance of going to the low. And that's about the same measure. It might be a little bit more, like 15%. For inside bars, after they take one of the levels, they only have a 10% chance that you go and take the opposing level. So if you have price touch the previous day's low, and that we're looking at this stat right here, touch previous day's high and low, that only happens 10% of the time. For outside days, it's about the same. So we're looking at the buy spike here. Maximum outside day versus bullish and bearish, 0.4 and 0.13. So we're not really averaging a strong spike. And then if we go and look at the size of this as well, with the size of the outside day we have right now, which is 1%, we don't really have that good of a chance to go up. Still could go up and hit previous day's low, but not all that likely, I think. So main thing I'm going to be looking for is downside. And then maybe we get a nice continuation up. I'd like to see that just for holdings and bullish price action and whatever else, but we may not get that continuation up. That one's just a plan going forward. Mark, what's going on? Came, how you doing? I think the window is big enough. Yeah, everything looks good on the stream. Is the current week range or previous? This is current week's range. Monday and Tuesday's high. James can speak a little bit more on it when he gets in here as well, but I use New York range. So Monday's high during New York session to Tuesday's low during New York session. Technically, our weekly open is 641.64 all the way up to 666.85 because of the news spike that we had on Monday morning pre-market. I'm not entirely sure how to play that because the edgeful stats are based on New York to New York. They're not based on, for the opening week range anyway, they're not based on the entire session, which the entire session would be 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. And we had that low form at 6:45 a.m. and then the high formed at 7 on Monday. Morning, McLaughlin. How you doing? If you guys could in the stream, how does that background music sound? Do I need to turn it down a little bit? Is it a good volume right now? Got another rejection there. Not moving too volatile before open, which is nice to see. Maybe we'll get, I mean, it still lines up with what I was talking about yesterday with James. All week this week and last week, the entire move has happened just before the New York Open. So like yesterday, for example, we had that 1.2% move up overnight. We did absolutely nothing and I hope you guys go and check this after the IB breaks, because it happens most of the time. After the IB breaks, we have absolutely no movement. Same for Tuesday, somewhat the same for Monday. Monday, we did have news come out. And then also I found out, what's going on, Pip T? How you doing? I found out for our Globex, I didn't take it on the Tradeify accounts last night, sadly, but that was beautiful. We were in that trade for 5 minutes. I wish they were all like that. For the Globex that we had on, where is it here? No, we had on Wednesday night, and then the one that we also had on Tuesday night. Tuesday's Globex was news-based, that's why it lost, and then same thing with last night as well, Wednesday. So we don't play those ones, but Tuesday night. Last night was perfect. I was sitting on the couch watching Invincible. Saw that we hit the 50%, or that we formed the range at like 645. So I put a sell limit for 4M and Q. Again, I didn't take it on these accounts, sadly. I put a sell limit for 4M and Q at that IB50. Hit at 649. I was out of the trade at 654. It was beautiful. And then it ended up making a new IB low. So the range itself on the IB was technically that right there. It did almost retrace the 50% again. But this is how I had it charted out, so I'm leaving it like that. Yes, it was an early entry, also an early exit. This is also important for during our New York session IBs. This is another reason why you need to, when you trade in Hindsight, you know you're always going to hit full TP, or you're always going to hit full stop. For those Hindsight trades, you also need to note that the IB might change. So for, let's see if we have an example here. Okay, we'll go to Monday for this. So Monday, we can see, let's say we wanted to enter the IB at 945. That was the size of the range. So if you take the trade on the IB, let's say you get your perfect retracement to 50%. You take the trade, your TP is at the high, your stop loss is at the low. Watch how the next candles start making new highs. So I'm going to leave the same long position open. If you entered that trade at 945, your TP isn't all the way up at the high that you don't even know if it's formed yet. Your TP is at the high that you know has formed already. So when you go and think of the backtest trade, or think of the Hindsight trades and think about how much you could have made, you also need to note that you would have made whatever the current IB high was set at. Yes, it continues straight to the high. It pushed up another $2, but you wouldn't have been in that trade for another $2. You would have been in the trade for where the current IB session high was. Just keep that in mind. That's the same thing that happened last night. So even though it did make a new low for Globex, I'm not marking that low because I entered at 649 when the current low was at 24,319. I would not have capitalized on another 10 points to the downside because that low was not yet formed. W show, thank you, Sasso. Oh, a nice little 20-point drop just before that 9:15 open. I have 15 minutes until open here. Good volume, perfect, awesome. Music is good. Good morning, nice to hear background music, awesome. Love it. What's the best account out there? I think the best one is the Lucid 25K Pro. After that, the Lucid could do the Lucid 50K Pro if you wanted to size up a little bit. Lucid 25K Pro, I think, is the absolute best. And then for the second account, I would still just mainly focus on the Lucid 25K Pros. After that, you can get My Funded Futures 25K Rapids, and then Tradeify either 50K Selects. I prefer the 50K Growth. I really like the one day to pass accounts. I'm not a big fan of, I don't know why my group trades keeps turning off. I'm not a big fan of trading evals like the 50K Selects. they're good accounts, but you're unfortunately trading for 3 days to pass the account. So by the time you go and qualify for a payout, it's going to be 8 trading days. That's if you're right on track. With the Lucid 25K Pro, you can get your payout in 3 days. So you can pass it one day, and then you can instantly fund that account the same day. So getting a pretty good bounce here. You can instantly fund the account same day. So you don't need to wait until close. You don't need to wait until that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock window to fund the account. You can fund it as soon as you pass it. And then with that funding, you can also make profit on that very first day that you pass the account, which is arguably the best part about those Lucid 25K Pros. Because if you're making, let's say you fund the account, I pass the account right now, 9:17 in the morning. I can trade that account for the rest of the session on the funded phase, and that counts as my day 1. And then tomorrow's day 2, Monday would be day 3, and I can take a payout at close on day 3. So that's why I think they're probably the best one in the space right now. Are you trading with Apex? No, they banned me. How do you lock yourself out of accounts to avoid revenge trading? I'm seeing this manual lockout option. Yeah, you just click that, then click the manual lockout. You can click it and then select the time that you want to be locked out to. You can do 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and a day. I'll use it after I hit a decent amount of profit, but I'm not going to be using it before the sessions even started, obviously. Do you see comments on X? I do, so. I do, I see your comment. Okay, so we're going to be looking for, I'm going to repeat the level again. We're going to be looking for down to 649.89 on SPY. I think that we get a nice continuation down to that level because that's our weekly open range. We have yet to hit one of those sides. So we go over to our edgeful stats here. You can see we only have a 4% chance that price does not go and hit that level. Stayed inside opening week high and low. Qs is already broken out. Well, it's going to open just barely over it, but it's close enough. SPY has not taken it yet. So SPY draws down to 649.89. And the reason I'm also looking for downside is because our gap fill stat is very low. Our odds for a gap fill today are incredibly low. Go to 1%. We only have a 50-50 on Qs, and then SPY is also in that same bracket. We only have a 25% chance. Same thing that we did yesterday. We were gapped up 1%. Price did want to come down. It came down pretty far to 11.15 and then did not want to go and get that gap fill because we were gapped up 1.1 or 1.2% yesterday. So that's why I'm looking for downside right to open. I had a question. I don't know if you saw it from earlier. Let me try to scroll up. Why would Apex ban you though? Because they didn't like how honest I was on social media. Steve's not in here yet, I don't think, but this, oh, he is. This guy is going through it. He just requested another set of 20 payouts and opened a support ticket after not hearing from them for what, Steve, like 6 days, 7 days? And then they deleted his ticket instead of answering. So you've been getting dragged through the payout denial process for probably 2 months now, which is very disappointing. Hope they pay you out. It's ridiculous that they're dragging it on this long. We might not get the upside continuation after that level sweeps. The only reason I am anticipating that upside, I'm struggling speaking lately, The only reason I'm anticipating that upside is because I think that's a pretty good level of sweep and then push up from there. So we might just get something like this. The outside day stat with the size of the outside day, we may not fill. But this one also, we have a bearish outside day, so it has a 78% chance over the long run. This is disregarding the size, disregarding the current movement, current sentiment. This is just raw data. So I think we should have a pretty nice continuation either way. We'll have a good move today because of how far these levels are. Qs may not. Qs was a lot weaker yesterday. Also, that IB yesterday was insane. I know I was talking about it all during live, and I apologize for this. I didn't take it. If my tweet was misleading in taking it, then I apologize for that as well. I chased it down on MES because MES looked a lot weaker, and then I went over to Qs and they were lined up the same. But had we taken that entry at the 10:30 close, it would have been a 4.7R trade. It missed the IB high by 10 cents, 20 cents, and made a $4 move to the downside, which is 240 points. Or 160 points, 240 cents too much. Like too much. That was insane. I can't believe I didn't take it. SPY looked much better because it was a weaker asset. This one would have had, I mean, the 10:30 close is right at 50%. This one would have had like $40 in drawdown, 10 points worth of drawdown maybe. And then it went right to the low almost immediately. So I was a little sad by that, a little disappointed. It is what it is. It was crazy yesterday. I can't believe that happened. It played out the way that it did. It was very sad. But congratulations to anyone that did take it. When are you planning to trade your personal capital instead of props? Do you have any goals for that right now? I am currently waiting for Lucid to set up my freaking live accounts. It's been 9 days now. I didn't see your question from earlier, Sal. I'm sorry. Yeah, Darko, he just stay away from Apex, but Steve requested the payout, what did you say, the 18th yesterday? Yeah. We'll just average it. We'll average it to the 18th. So you requested your payouts on the 18th. Yesterday was the 25th. Goes and checks his support ticket and they deleted it. Yeah, they suck. They're so bad. Almost 100K in the balance, yeah. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't have any of these problems with Lucid. What's going on, James? Welcome in.
Yes, sir. Morning, brother.
Morning.
How's everyone doing today?
Good.
Let's get my channels up there. And then, yeah, I actually like the longs off this level, Zinc, I must admit. But
yeah, I'm looking for it to sweep down to the opening week range low on SPY, and then maybe go up from there.
Yeah.
We also have a very low chance of filling the gap fill, Andrew, is 0.75%. That's what we're currently gapped down. So you go over to edgeful, you go on the SPY. It has bounced up quite a bit. SPY, fourth bracket, we only have a 43% chance of filling this. That's what that gap fill stands for. It's a very low chance that we get a fill of this gap. that we
Yeah,
have
it
right
would be
now.
it would be a big move up towards that gap fill for sure.
Same thing that we had yesterday too. The gap up was like 1.2%.
Sure.
And then we did target moving lower, which I cannot believe. Oh my gosh, James, I was just talking about this. The IB from yesterday.
Yeah, it actually played out. And then look, how was that bounce too, bro? Aggressive.
Well, it could have been a news move as well, because Trump did tweet something
Sure.
about not having a deal prepared. So I think that's why we dropped from 590 to 585, $5 drop in 10 minutes, but still played out really well in the IB. I think a lot of people were long yesterday during that too.
Yeah, it did stay within that range that I spoke about. 640 to 680. Right, ES on ES.
You hear the little background music?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Nice.
Chilled. Is that your music? Is that on StreamYard?
Yeah, it's on StreamYard. I found it earlier.
Oh, no.
Under media assets for background music.
Nice.
It's night driving. You have dance pop, feeding the cat, which I don't know what that is. Lofi rock into space, daydreaming, and acoustic guitar. Q's is pretty much already at that low. So that another reason I think we're going to go and take the low in SPY is Q's is going to open 20 cents over it and probably slash right down through it. So it should be a pretty decent opening play. I think we'll get back down to what is it? 24,100.
Yeah, 24. Yeah, we're at 24,130 right now.
I think it should have a pretty nice directional move down. What is the gap fill? We only have like a 30% chance of filling it. Maybe a 50% gap fill. I haven't really been looking at those ones too much. I'm not a fan of the 50% marks. I just like the whole gap fill. I think it's better to know what the overall directional bias is than to try and manipulate it to see where your best odds of filling up to are.
Yeah, open on 15 seconds.
Yep.
There was some news as well, pre-market unemployment claims.
Oh, I didn't see we had news. Here comes the open. Straight down. Q swept that level already. And SPY should be close to follow. There's 24-1 already. Pretty good read. Nice little 50-point drop.
Yeah. So, yeah, NQ. Yeah, back at those lows.
Low from last night's 24.73. This music's nice and relaxing to have in the back.
It is actually quite chill.
I like it. All right, we're having a little bounce, but SPY's got a long way to go down to that level. I think we're having a little bounce off 24.1 for a psych level. That should have a nice little meltdown here. That would have been a really nice short to get into open. That was such a clean draw too. And that's where we're bouncing off of. Excuse me. What's going on? Good.
Yeah, still holding those lows though on NQ. Well, I'm popping up. Wow, look at that.
Futures have been going really well. Nice little bounce there, James.
Yeah, that's why I've been watching this. Just those lows there, Zinc. This level. Also, we did bounce off of it on Tuesday on NQ as well. But
yeah,
we'll see what happens. I'm still just watching here into the open. So
I think we'll probably get right down to that 24.73 midnight low. And then maybe continue from there. SPY's starting to fail a little bit here too. That drop. As soon as we take 649.89, I'll switch up. I think we're going to be a little bit bearish until then. Regarding Ivy from Globex, yeah, last night was beautiful on it. So I did take the early entry, but it's the same concept.
There's been some nice overnight plays, that's for sure.
Yeah, when you're sound asleep, you're missing all
yeah.
of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me one more little flush to that level, and then we'll be good for the day. I'll be good with anticipating upside. No plays on this opening candle anyway. Too early. What's going on, Dylan? How you doing? Oh, that was the Globex IB I had last night. Entry was at 24,344 and exit was at 24,320. And I was in it for 5 minutes. It was awesome. You getting your bounce, James?
Yeah, I'm watching. Yes, at those lows as well.
What's the earliest that you'll take a trade, you think?
I mean, I sometimes will take a trade like before opening range set, but that will be very like momentum based play. Like I'll be looking to get in, get out within a couple. You know, I'm not looking to try and hold it for the whole day. But I am wary, bro. It's been very weird price action. You know.
Yeah.
So,
I know. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Yesterday, just did really nothing, honestly, all day, like back and forth. I know the RB worked, but
yeah, you said, I mean, you called it right in the live too. You said it was going to be a range day, and it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, yesterday was very difficult to trade outside of anything that you
Agreed.
would have had during that IB trade.
Yeah.
Because as soon as the IB broke, you had absolutely nothing else to trade. Another bounce off that level.
Like literally, it was like playing within the range. So
yeah, I'm looking at it. It's you had the IB break at 11:15, and then it did absolutely nothing for the remainder of the day.
Yeah.
And you didn't have any continuations to play. All you had was, I'm going to blow my account here, 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 here.
Yeah. What's up, Dylan? Well, I'm with a massive bar up.
It looks like it retraced that whole thing too.
Yeah, it did almost, but still looks.
Q's a little tricky.
Yeah, agreed.
It's been a difficult read recently. SPY just needs to go and take that 649.89. That's it. once we get that level, I'd like to see that midnight low get taken as well on Qs. I think once we get those, we're golden for some upside. Pre-market low is also at the same level.
Yeah. Comes YM, still bouncing. So the opening range still needs to set, but we are bouncing off the lows on YM as well. Getting some really, really nice upside on it too. Like I'll trade YM as well sometimes. Zinc, you know.
Yeah. Was that your algo I just heard take something?
No. I'll go only trade after the opening range state.
So I just heard that little bleep.
I did. My algo took a win yesterday. I literally almost bottom ticked the NQ on that breakdown.
Yeah, it's right at 10:15.
Yeah.
Took it.
Yeah.
Really nice sweep at that opening week range low for Qs, but SPY is too far away from it. This thing is jumping. Looks like 20 points every minute right now. Have you considered using Adam Mancini's technique alongside IB? I heard you guys talking about him yesterday. That would be something to ask James.
Yeah, I mean, he trades like the false breakout, so this kind of be something what he's looking at right now. I use some of his stuff, like just his market thoughts and stuff like that. I wouldn't say I like necessarily take his plays.
Right back down again.
Yeah, this is choppy.
This one should be the one that flushes it.
It's 88. Yeah.
I'm bouncing again.
Jeez.
Scratch that. Only good thing is it's under 24-1 now. I don't even know why I'm looking at this. I don't trade the first 15 minutes. Need to buzz off.
Some of the stocks doing.
There's the dump. 24.73. Not too far. There we go. Took it out. SPY is about $1 away from that low now.
Yeah, NVDA, everything's down on the Mag 7 except Microsoft, which is trying to hold.
Give me that flush SPY and we'll be friends for the race.
What's the algo you have, James? The edgeful algo. Yeah, the edgeful algos.
There's that sweep off 24.73. That might be our upside potential, I suppose. That's our pre-market range. London low swept. Or it'll come right back down. We'll see. Pretty good sweep.
Yeah, I mean, this is a strong bounce right now. But it's not nice price action, that's for sure.
No. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
why I'm bouncing off the opening range low right now. Pretty hard.
It might drop another 30 points on MNQ. I don't think I'll ever trade this early in the market, but it still is fun to kind of predict which way it's going to go. Other than two indices moving differently, is there anything else you look at that will prevent you from entering the IB 50%? If the stats are really bad, so trading like Globex IB on a Tuesday night, sorry, you're looking at your Wednesday data. Those ones I don't touch.
Yeah, okay. Wime's pumping. Wow, Wime's taking out opening range high, bro. Jeez.
Where's SPY and Q's at? SPY's about to go and take a new high actually now.
Okay, I'm gonna take a long on NQ here. Off these lows, I'm gonna try. Small position.
Yeah, okay.
Very small. Just trying to play the bounce play off of here. So very, very small for now.
This is your IB by rejection stats that will prevent me from taking it on. We'll go over to MNQ for that daily session. These are the ones that will prevent me from taking it on a Tuesday night. I'm saying it wrong. This is a little bit better than it was. This was 50-50, and this was also 50-50. Now it's 66-58. So the odds for forming the low first and then breaking the high first on the Tuesday night is a little bit better.
Sorry, Zinc.
Sorry, good.
I took a long here on NQ, so I might close some here. I'm up 40 points. I'm gonna take full out here and take that little bit of a pop and reevaluate.
There you go. Very nice trade.
So you see like that was actually taken before the opening range is set. So now I'm aggressive on the profit taking because I know there's still the whole rest of the day. So I'll take 40 points on NQ there and reevaluate my position from there. There you go.
Very nice.
Jeez, that was a big bar after I entered.
Yeah.
There you go. So, when I take, like you asked earlier about taking the trades before the opening range is set, like for that, I'll be very aggressive on profit taking. I'm not expecting this to be the low of the day and just rip all morning. But we got the flush down, this is why I like being on stream with other really great traders, is that you called the flush down and I'm like, I like the longs, but I was like, let me wait for a potential flush and then I take it as we start to reclaim levels.
I do like that sweep that we just had at 580, London low sweep. Now I just wish we went and took the level on SPY. SPY looks a lot stronger now.
Yeah, ES now almost, look at that. ES now taking almost opening new high for the New York session.
Q should go and take a new high here as well. Looks like we're at 582.23.
There you go. Yeah.
On its way.
There you go. I'll still win.
Very nice.
There you go. Dude, I might actually call that a day on this account and go trade other accounts, bro. I think I did. I think I made $1,000 on that little bounce, bro.
Do it. There's our London 50. Wow, that's a really strong opening candle now. Yeah. Holy smokes. Great trade.
Thank you, sir. That was thanks to your help. Jeez, ES is ripping, dude.
I would be a lot more comfortable taking longs for the rest of the day if we had swept that level. But I think last time we did this and barely missed it, even last week, we ended up going and sweeping the other direction that side of that range, which I don't think we're gonna do. That's all the way up at 662, another $10 point. Go ahead.
Zinc, there's no other career in the world that you can make $1,000 in 50 seconds, dude.
No, there isn't. No. I mean,
that was on.
There might be one, but
yeah, maybe if you put on red or black, but that's not consistent. But yeah, that was on one FTMO 100K account. So
there might be one profession you could do that on.
Yeah.
How long does it take for the roulette wheel to spin?
Yeah. Oh goodness. But yeah, thanks. That was actually thanks to your help there, Zinc. I like the longs. Yeah. Just waiting for your advice on the flush down, dude.
Good. Oh, Steve. So the IB high is set first, set second. I mean, IB low is set first now.
So you want the longs then, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
And I mean the size of this range too. I can't imagine we're gonna go and pivot all the way back down there.
There must be some news coming out that just flashed 20 points.
I don't think we have any. I didn't think we had any news today. Let me go check.
No breaking news. Any breaking news?
Oh, let's see. Walter. Oh, Walter.
Walter.
I ran news on Financial Juice. Of course there is. You think the market's just getting desensitized to it?
Yeah.
Just another day. Trump talking. Iran lays out terms, warns of U.S. deception. Iran is waiting for U.S. response. That was 2 minutes ago, so I don't think it was from that candle. Could have been. I will admit, very good trade, James. And you were just saying that you almost never take a trade before the opening range is set. Very few times will I trade before even the first 30 minutes of market. But if you guys are in here and you're actively, every single day, actively trading that first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the amount of losses and the amount of stress that you have with trading will completely diminish if you avoid that first 15 minutes.
I agree.
There's so much that can be said in that first 15 minutes.
I agree. I actually had a rule at one stage that I never even used to take the first trades in the first 30 minutes. But when I see a play like that and I'm in the zone, I'm going to put on risk.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it about that one at all. I'm just saying in general over the long period.
I definitely do. I do agree with you on that. 100%.
Like I love referring to this now that I have all this data. This is a decent amount, but every time I see movement like this or like that, those 1 minute bars we just had on MNQ, those are pretty choppy, right?
Sure.
Or the ones from 9:31 until like 9:38, so seven minutes worth. Not very much data, but if I go to all my affiliate dashboards and I go to the referrals, I'm just doing this on Lucid. So in the past 19 minutes, so right from market open, there has been 32 resets already.
Jeez.
So that's just on one of them. I'm sure if I went and looked at the other ones, it would be about the same. But if you avoided, those are 32 resets that could have been avoided had they just not taken trades during the first 15 minutes. And even, there's your algo.
There's my algo.
Even if you do take trades, like what James specified before we got into that, light size.
Yeah.
You're not going into the first 15 minutes with the same size you would on, say, an IB trade or your orb algo that just hit. I tried to get fancy and ramp up my daily gains to be done early. Ended up losing 250 and only 515 profit now. Best to be patient. Very good chip. Sorry about the loss, but great recognition as to what went wrong there. Let's see if the orb algo bottom ticks it.
Come on, orb algo.
Bottom ticks it.
Do
it. I think we get up to 24.2 now. Glad to hear my opening week range helped, though. It's good.
Yeah, it's still inside the opening week range, actually.
It would have been so much better had we swept that low on SPY. I think we'd be rocketing up right now, but I mean, we still are. It's not on a weak move at all.
Yes is trading a lot more aggressively to the high side, a lot more strong than NQ right now. Yes, off those lows. I mean, just off the opening range lows, up 30 points.
Yeah, there's 24.2 right there. Beautiful. That was a really good move to the upside.
Wow, so people hit daily loss limit and go buy account right away. Yeah. I actually, Zinc, I had some clowns on Twitter yesterday. They asked for my yearly spend on FTMO. I was like, dude, I'll spend less than 2K on FTMO. There we go. The algo just hit take profit, by the way.
The all-seeing algo, 40
less
points.
Than 2K, and also you get the refund on your first payout. So essentially, I've spent nothing on prop firms this year.
Yeah, that was me on a different account. I need to see what your year-to-date gains. But I was about to make a tweet about this. I have it saved in my drafts, so I'll go and post it eventually. What other job or profession would you have? I'm gonna hold on. Let me refer to your Twitter for this.
Yeah.
What other job or profession would you have 16,000 people behind you, either calling bullshit or demanding what your form for your taxes are, your 1099 or
100% agreed. Go to the doctor's room. Sorry, doctor, I just want to see if you're actually a good doctor. Can I see your bank account?
Exactly. So how many other professions are out there where you are blatantly exposed for being off by a couple $100 and what your P&L might be? Or that you have thousands of people demanding to see what your profit is or how many blown accounts you've had, what your bank account says.
Yeah.
How many accounts you've bought in your lifetime.
Yeah. Jeez, YM, someone just said in the chat, YM is very strong today. YM off those lows are up 350 points. Just a quiet 350 points, Zinc. But yeah, I 100% agree with you, bro. 100% agree with you.
There's no other profession out there that you're going to have people breathing down your back all day long, demanding some kind of, well, I need this document, this document, this document to make sure that you're actually profitable.
But if you're selling your course, you have to be somewhat transparent. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, some transparency is fine. Just like you're not going to go and take a baseball boot camp that you pay $1,000 from someone that never even reached the minors. It's very apparent who's profitable and who's not, but there's no other profession. There isn't a single one. I'm pretty sure lawyers go through something similar. Yeah, but if you go and get a lawyer and ask them for a pay stub, how many for the cases and stuff like that, but you want to know how many cases they won, how many cases they lost, but you don't go to a substitute teacher in a school and say, I need to see how much money you spent this year, how many times you went and got a drink at a coffee shop, how many times you went and did this.
But also, Zinc, these people online as well, you can be as transparent as anything. They still say you photoshopping and stuff like that, bro. So you never win.
I don't think I've had too much hate. I had one guy that tried disproving the IB, saying that it wasn't profitable with like a 30% win rate, but that's it.
Yeah, I do agree. Someone says there's no vetting process in this space here, but you got to do your own due diligence. If you go learn from a guy that's got the IQ of a clown, it's your own problem.
Yeah, there might be some smart clowns out there. You never know. Yeah, but there's very, very few professions that you're gonna go and have the demand for. However many people are demanding you have this amount of profitability or you have this amount of money in your bank account for me to want to follow you. Well, that's just ridiculous. Or even better yet, thinking about it this way, could you do it? Could you have 15,000 people that are fact checking you day to day? Or could you trade live? So anytime you want to go and hate on someone, which there's hate all over FinTwit. Could you be in their shoes and do what they're doing? I mean, it's the same thing that can be said with people that go and do that on a professional level. And you're staring at your TV and you're saying, they suck. How could you not make a play like that? Meanwhile, you're... Yeah, there you go, AO trades.
Yeah, exactly.
Teachers VAM. I have no idea what VAM is. There's a difference between seeing a track record, dark matter. So I'm not talking about, you want experience, yes, but you don't go up to a doctor before you're about to have a surgery and say, how much money do you have in your bank account? That will determine to me how profitable or how good of a surgeon you are. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree, bro. 100%.
Came back down quite a bit there, but we did almost. We got the outside day stat filled. Sorry.
Yeah, ES came back to previous day's lows. Yeah.
Outside day stat fulfilled.
I agree. And also you can go back and look at all the edgeful streams, right? So I think there's been some great trades being taken on you, I think, personally.
Yeah.
The last 5 months that we've been running this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a strong pullback.
That's the outside day stat. Q's didn't hit it, but SPY did, and now we're sweeping way down. Darn it, just got trailed out of a runner on NQ. Unfortunately, I'd never leave runners, so I'm not really in the position to discuss this. But I don't think the current market condition is one that you're going to be able to leave runners.
No, it hasn't been working for me. That's why I was full out of my trade today.
I mean, you have pretty consistent 60 to 80 point wicks up and down right now. But on the 15-minute time frame, we wicked from 24.63 up to, there's a 100-point candle on the first 15 minutes. And then this wick, 24.234 all the way down to 24.175, right back up to 24.220. All in the matter of, what, 4 minutes?
Right off New York session, open VWAP as well, Zinc. If you look at this on NQ, right off that session VWAP. Yeah, that wick. The 5.
So 4 minutes, we just had 200 points worth of movement, just about. And one of those was to the downside. So you're not really going to be able to get your continuation trade.
Someone says not a great comparison. This profession measures success solely by financial gain. A doctor doesn't necessarily. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but I don't think personally for me, I'm not trading for track records. I'm not trading to get investor capital. I'm trading to make money for myself and my family. Yeah, I'm doing it for me.
Doing the same thing.
Exactly. So to go to a trader every single month and say how much you make or lose, that's stupid. Just come check us on stream and see us operate. If you don't like us, then cool.
I'm really interested to see what My Funded Futures comes out with for a new account next week.
Yeah, you've been liking those, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they released a new product already this week, the 25K Rapids, which are my favorite accounts. By far the best plan that you can get. Track record over time. Yeah, but all I'm getting at is you shouldn't have to go, like, if you go on X, obviously it's refined down to some people that I follow and a lot of memes on here as well, but I'm not sure what that is. For the most part, you go on here and there's always, well, of course now there's not for this example, but there's typically, oh, Tori Trades did this wrong today. She didn't make X amount on a funded account, or she's using a paper account, or you go and, I mean, last week it was TJR, the week before that was Turbo Trades with Lucid, and then the week, there's always some kind of...
It's always something. It's actually quite annoying, bro. It's always something.
You can't go in there and get educational stuff. I do the same thing, Pipti. I never scroll my following page. Better yet, if you can disprove me, I will quit trading. I'll quit.
Yeah, that someone says I don't go on that For You page. I agree. I'll keep it on the following, bro. It's much more clean. I do agree with that, though. They are bullshitters for sure.
Yep.
But I mean, you can see them from a mile away anyway, but yeah. So NQ coming back down now as well. Zinc off. We are at that daily or overnight VWAP, call it what you want.
Yeah, I got a pretty good rejection. It's coming back up again. Let's see if it works on my phone. I can't get these accounts. You want to hear how many resets in the past 10 minutes again?
I'm going to guess 40.
40. No, not quite as bad. It's usually the first 15 minutes is where the most come from. In the past 10 minutes, only 8. Still, I mean, only, it's still quite a bit. That's almost $1,000 in account spend. How do you see the amount of resets? I go to my affiliate dashboard and I go to the referral page and it shows the timestamp with when accounts come in that are reset.
That's pretty crazy.
Anyone that has an affiliate link can do it. It's not like
I think I make a whopping $100 a month on affiliates.
It's a pretty good retest to go long if we wanted to here. I need to make $580 on these accounts. I can get them passed.
Yeah, we are bouncing. Yeah, I might
Good
be
balance.
done for the day though, Zinc, personally.
I'm still
But yesterday was a chop fest.
I think we'll have a little bit better movement today.
Yeah. How come you live in Africa, James? I was born here, and I love it here. I love South Africa personally. Quality of life's pretty nice if you live in a good area.
Yep.
So I love it here. I've traveled to many places, and I mean, there's a couple of places I live at, but I love living in South Africa. So yeah, that's why I live this side. Where are you from?
Me?
No, a commenter.
No.
I know you from a village in Maine.
I am. It's not a village, it's a town.
Yeah, remember the village? The shirt guy was saying. Yeah, I mean the cost of living is obviously not as expensive as the States, but you do have to. I mean, you do pay a lot in healthcare because the government doesn't subsidize that. So, I mean, so that private healthcare does rack up. Like I think for me and my family, I probably pay around $850,000 a month on private healthcare. So, yeah. You guys get all that in the States, eh, Zinc?
No, we don't.
I really? Interesting.
We did not.
Yeah, ES is back at those previous days lows. NQ hasn't got there yet, Zinc. So I'm just looking over here. So this is previous days lows. This is from the extended market hours. So you see how NQ is trading a lot weaker than ES right now.
Yeah, you see that little flash pop down right there?
Yeah. See ES coming right off of it.
The previous day's low, also London high, pre-market high.
I like this music, bro.
It's nice and relaxing.
Yeah, I like this music. It's the Brits that get good healthcare. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, nomads living in South Africa. Yeah, I mean, like Cape Town, where I live, is also a very, very nice area. I think there's quite a few nomads that live where I am, but yeah, it's nice. So I'm keen to come to the States. I think I'll be there.
Nice.
Time.
Good bounce-ish back up. It's a pretty quick draw down, though.
Yeah, I'm actually glad I got that little pop early. For the RB, you're looking for longs, yeah, I think.
Yep, we just need a retracement down, which we might get, we might not. Coming back up a little bit. Do want a little bit more of a retracement than this, though. We might get our retracement here. It's looking pretty good. We're almost at 50%. Almost there. Yeah, this music's nice. It fills the void of quietness that we had in here. There we go. Good little bounce. Off of London 50, it looks like. Be nice if we could get a 50%. He's late as usual. Who's late?
Trump to speak.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yes, it's too early right now. Too early.
He also did speak early hours of this morning as well. Or late last. It would be late last night for you, yeah.
Yeah. I don't pay attention when he talks anyway. I don't care. Still
Guys,
no email lucid. Yeah. No giveaways on Wednesday. I mean, you can still type edgeful if you want. That's fine. We don't mind. Maybe I'll start trading YM because that looked a lot cleaner yesterday.
Yeah, it actually was. I saw it bouncing off of that opening range low as well. It's similar to when I took my trade, but that was a clean bounce. That was literally like
I'll leave it up for today.
300 points. 300 points, Zinc.
Only issue is where do you put your stop for it?
Yeah, you would have to. Yeah,
isn't the size a lot bigger?
It is. You'd probably have to go underneath opening range low and give yourself some. So I do agree with that.
Yeah, I mean the stop loss, the TP is the same, but I don't think I would be able to risk.
Yeah, you'd have to risk like 200 points on YM if you want to go low of day stop.
Yeah,
including pre-market lows.
I want to say it's what $5 a point, and it moves like 200 points in a couple minutes.
Yeah,
in most cases. A little too rich for my blood. $85 for the high. Well, the market would have moved. I saw that video from, I know exactly what guy you're talking about on TikTok. I don't think there's a crazy amount of insiders that are making, there's always going to be insiders making money. That's not the point, but I don't think it's just off of Trump and him talking. And if it is that large, even though he's president, the SEC is going to do something about it. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay, give us a pullback here. I think even if we get to London 50, I might still take the trade. And we'll do probably 2 micros. The range is pretty small today. So it'll be about a $400 risk. Not too bad. I don't think we're going to get too much of a pullback. Gold. Oh, look at gold from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. this morning, James.
So look. Yeah. Jeez, that's a
you want to trade
that? It did the same thing what it did yesterday. Moved in the London or Asian session and then just been doing.
And then doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
24-2 bounced pretty well right there. I'm telling you guys, anytime we have a Globex IB win, we do not have a New York IB trade. It's ridiculous. If you want, James, I can add. I didn't do it today because I'm not sure what time you're going to get in here exactly, but I can add your YouTube on here if you'd like.
I did. As soon as I got in, I added it on. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. No, I'm saying I can add it in when I start the stream if you want.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, 100%. We're crazy if we get that gap fill on NQ. NQ gap fill would be at 24.
We're well on that way for SPY. It's only 0.3% off.
Yeah, yes. ES gap fill is at 642. So we still got a bit.
I don't really mind this for an entry. So I don't think we're going to get too much of a pullback today. It might get below. 24.2 is a pretty strong cycle if I remember correctly. So we might not dip through that. Hard to say. These 25Ks on my funded futures are going to be rough.
Still no live account of Lucid yet. No email.
No. No email. I emailed them yesterday and I said, can I get like an extra couple $100 per account for the delay? See what they say. That'd be a nice little bonus for me waiting. .5, 50 cents a point on YM, but even with the micro, this is what I'm saying with the range, because we're trading the same concept. Even with a micro, even if it's 50 cents, this is 400 points for the range today. This is delayed as well. I'll add it on here. I don't think I've had YM activated. Oh, no, it's active on here. So from our open today at 9:30, it is 400 points. So one micro would be okay for today. It looks like, I think today's smaller than typical. The past couple of weeks have been smaller than typical, but like that same candle we had on NQ was 2,500 points on YM, 2,700 points on YM, as opposed to 800 on NQ. We might be able to get away with letting it develop a little bit, but I'd still rather stick with Qs. 24.2 is holding really well right now. I don't think we're going to get too much of a retracement down. As I say that, we are. Scratch that. Trump, keep talking. Just be bearish for another 10 seconds, please. Looking for longs? Yes. Yes, I am. Make sure I'm on the right chart too. So I want to get, ideally we get an entry at right there. Ideally we get an entry at 153. This wouldn't be a bad entry though. Let me try it. Off London 50, I'll take it. Please fill me. Why'd I click buy bid and not buy market? No. No. London 50 is what we just bounced off of. That's why I was trying to take the entry there. I hit buy bid and said buy market. I'll leave it there. Shit. Sorry, up 20 points. Come back down. Come back down. I'm gonna take that order off. I missed it from clicking the wrong button. Pause. Please, I did say please fill me. Get your head out of the gutters. If price on Dow fails to keep above the AR high, I'll be looking to short to recent lows. Yeah, Qs, I'm going to target previous day's low. So that's for a continuation trade, which is actually what I had my little class on yesterday. All right, just come down a little bit more, please. Order filled. It didn't go back down there, did it? No. You can do buy. I talked about this yesterday. You can do buy market on sim evaluation accounts or sim accounts, sim funded accounts. You cannot do buy market on live accounts because you could get up to 10 points in slippage if there's no active order. Then you might get screwed.
Yeah, it's up 35 points off that pullback there, Zinc.
Son of a bitch. Oh, no. That's a 50-point trade right there. Yeah. Man. The reason I tried taking the entry was because of London 50. 583.22. That's what we bounced off of, and it just shot right back up to 24.230. So it was 51 points off where I tried entering. No chance to enter. We still got time. We got 7 minutes. So it's still valid. But we might not get a pullback to that level we're looking for. Especially if Trump is out saying something stupid right now. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, Zinc, I think I might lock that up for today.
Do it.
Need to trade other accounts. Yeah.
Do it. Lock it out. I think we're going to get up to 585.70 now if we break the IB high. Which is a good ways up there. Are you long? Yes, I'm not long anything. I tried getting it filled. NQ keeps rejecting off overnight VWAP. I think it's knocking on it right now. It's not very strong on the rejections. If it was a good rejection, I think it, even if, I don't know, I don't trade VWAP, I think it would have continued that movement down. SPY is, to me, this looks like it's consolidating for a move higher. Just like begging to get filled. Yes, yes, yes. Bunch of freaks. We might get another opportunity here. Hold on a minute. $24.2 again. It'd be so easy to just spam that buy button. Please do a giveaway for Lucid. I'll do another one next week. I can request more coupons from them next week.
IM's actually green on the day now, I think, whereas NQ and ES are both still down.
Probably so means that NQ and ES are going to catch up then, right?
Yeah, could do. YM actually filled the gap.
Wow. I don't think we're going to get lucky enough for a 50% today. Also, I wanted to discuss this for today because you're not affiliated with Lucid and you can't even use them. I feel so bad for you. Lucid, they have 50% off for 2 accounts and then 40% off for your next 5. So you could get your first 7 accounts with Lucid. If you do the 25K pros, you can get those for less than 500. You can get 5 accounts for 387, I think. And then the payout potential on those is 5,000 for the first cycle. What are YM IV stats? Go over to New York. YM for the IB has, with the low forming first, has a 60% chance to go and break the high today. Which it looks like it very well should.
James, no trades to you. I took a trade earlier on. Go rewatch a stream. Just after the open, at about 12 minutes into the open, took longs on NQ.
James are rich.
Yeah, got rich. So go rewatch.
What is the white line indicating? That's the entry we're looking for. I want price to get down to 153 ideally. I don't really think it's going to. I'm hopeful. 24.2 is actually failing a little bit right now. Almost at London 50 again. Could have taken another entry there. 1 minute didn't get quite down to it. Okay, let's see here. One's bouncing again. Tempted. 50 points. 50-point stop would put us just below IB 50. I'm going to try it. So in for 2 MNQ, and stop loss is going to be 24,140. If it stops me out, then I'll try to re-enter at the IB 50. So we'll just do the same trade, and that would cover the loss. Now it's probably going to go right to the IB 50. The entry on this one's kind of off London 50. Anytime I enter early, it always goes and pulls back, and then anytime that I don't, it just doesn't hit the level and pushes right to the IB high. It's kind of funny. I should be looking for the IB high now. I just got that close. Looking for 241 on this. Slightly red right now. And this will be a $200 trade if we go and hit that full TP. Closed just under London 50, which isn't ideal. SPY is a lot stronger, so SPY should lead the way up as well. Good little pivot so far.
Take anything, Zinc? You get
I just took longs.
Nice. On NQ, yeah?
Yep. 1-to-1 stop on it. And then I did enter a little early, so I just put 1-to-1 stop losses just below the IB 50. And then if it does end up stopping me out, I'm going to re-enter right at IB 50. And then it'll be a correct trade, but I think we have a lot of strength right now behind SPY, which is definitely pushing now. Pushing really well, actually. There we go.
Yeah.
Back to green. SPY is very close to the IB high. This one should get a better read on it.
Stocks are a little bit mixed today. NVDA, Tesla down, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft up.
As a screener, a little bit skewed.
Yeah, the screener should be opening up in a bit.
Go back to 24.2. We just need to get through that level. I think we're good. Then it's another 41 points up. Up 23 right now. So in the case of trailing intraday drawdown, so this trade just hit up 22. If I go back and hit my stop loss, that 22 is added on to what I would technically be down, which kind of sucks. Trailing intraday drawdown accounts are very difficult in that aspect. And if you're sized up, those make the losses even worse as well. So if like I was in, let's say 4 M&Q on this, and I had a better entry than I did, I would be up like $200. If it goes and hits my stop loss, I'm not only down the 200 I was risking, but then I'm also down the 200 that it was up on the trade unrealized. So trailing intraday drawdown accounts they're a little predatory with the rules they have, but they're nice for the benefits that you can get from them. Like Apex, you can copy trade 20 accounts, but the downside is that they have trailing intraday drawdown. Used to anyway. I think they're end of day, but even though they're end of day now, they did eliminate a lot of the drawdown that you could get, which was 1,500 as opposed to now being 1,000. 24.2 is being a little stubborn. If we can get through that, then we're good for this trade. Just going to take a little bit. We do have a very good chance of going to the high. We've closed over the midpoint on both SPY and Qs. SPY is a lot stronger. Another reason I'm also taking this trade happily today is because I didn't trust it yesterday. Yes, my funded futures have intraday trailing drawdown, which kind of stinks. That's the biggest downside to those accounts. The benefit is that you have daily payouts and no consistency, but the drawdown is that you have intraday trailing drawdown, which kind of stinks. Just got to be patient with this trade. I think it's going to play out. This just might be a little bit. Apex is the poster child of predatory prop firms. Yep. Yeah. Especially when they're towing you along for 2 weeks, 2 months, trying to find a reason to deny your payout. Trump's speaking right now. Yeah. I'm not too worried about him talking. He has the same opportunity to send a random tweet out. You can't be scared about getting into trades just because of him speaking whenever he feels like it. Here comes another retest of 24.2 as well. Closed above the midpoint. We closed above this blue line, which is a data report in itself. So you go to IB by rejection, customize above midpoint for Qs, and it gives it a little bit of a boost. So since the low formed first and we're targeting the high, we close above the midpoint, we have a 78% chance of going to the high. If I just filter it down to all days, it might go down a little bit. It's actually the same, never mind, 78.5. So it gives it a very minor boost, but it is still nice to see added data on our side. SPY is still stronger here.
Yeah.
I got my payout from Apex, and then when I requested my second one, they denied it and banned my account because they said that I was giving misinformation on social media, which isn't the case, but at least I don't have to worry about trading with them ever again. All right, come on. If only every trade could be 5 minutes like the one I had last night. You take a trade, I'm in longs right now. Long to the IB high. I like this little pop here. This has some speed to it. It's a good 1 minute candle.
And it does look nice. Yes, though, a lot more stronger than NQ at the minute.
Yeah, I think if this is a very clear bull flag on ES as well. Just being a little stubborn. I don't want to size in because it still has a good chance that it could reverse down, especially if Trump does go and say something, but I'm not basing the trade off of Trump speaking, because then I'm never going to be able to get a trade for the next 3 years. He's always talking. When I trade by myself, I usually don't even look at the screen while I'm in the trade. I just have my stop loss and TP set. For instances like this, we see that we're down $80 in the trade. I'm going to be more eager to go and add into that position if I'm actively watching it the entire time I'm in the trade. That's why I set and forget. We're going to go hit the 50 on the IB now. What's going on here? These early entries always screw me, I swear. Wait for the 50% is better. It's always better, I know. But the days that it looks like it's going to go hit, then it won't. It's a constant battle of patience. If you avoided trades every time Trump was speaking, it may help you, yes, but you also would not have a trade for the next 2.5 years, 3 years until he's out of office. So you might as well go get another profession. Are you copy trading multiple accounts? Yes. Yes, I am. Almost at the 50 now. I will take another entry there if it goes and hits.
Where's your stop on the Zinc at the bottom, the lows?
Yeah, if I get the entry at the 50, it's going to be.
Sure.
Which I should have waited for in the first place. Still holding decently well. Not a bad trade by any means. I just got an early entry to it. There we go. That would have been a really nice ad to have, but hindsight. Another hindsight trader quote. You liked that one from yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, that was funny. I loved it. Never met a losing hindsight trader.
Where's your stop? This one's set to 1-to-1. If I get an entry at 50%, the stop's going to go all the way down to 24.66. I figured you liked that from yesterday. I thought it was a good one.
I always enjoy a good chuckle, bro. It's always fun.
Those are all the backtesting traders you see on X that never lose.
I had this one friend of mine. He used to backtest like 4 hours a day, bro. But he could never really execute in real time. That's the only thing that matters, execution.
I honestly, hot topic, but I don't really backtest all that much.
I agree with that. That we are bouncing on NQ. I go over my journal. I use that kind of as a backtesting, but I don't sit on the charts and watch. Yeah, and here we go.
Thank you, Trump. Should I remove my TP?
Yeah.
Should I remove it? Honest question.
Oh wow.
Do we scrap the TP? Do we get rid of it? Because if we get rid of the TP and Trump goes and says something and actually pushes us up 1,000 points, okay, Trump, come on now.
Jeez, what
are we doing here? Like, if he actually comes out and says something beneficial to me and this shoots all the way to the high, Trump, you bitch. Okay, I'm gonna go in with another 2. This one will be our actual IB trade. So 2 at IB 50. Sell 10 limit.
Dude, how's this wick? Wow.
I don't know. Long 2 M&Q at IB 50. Stop loss. IB low. TP IB.
Yeah, I do exactly the same as what you're doing right now. Think like put in the markup, and then I study those at the end of each week, bro. I agree with you. I don't really backtest per se.
Yeah, I don't think backtesting is really needed. If you could be the best backtest trader in the world, and like you just said about your friend, never be able to execute in a live market.
Exactly.
You could be the absolute best of the best for a strategy that you found and marked and used for however long and then never actually be able to use it. All right, don't go and stop me on this one. Bounce out the 50 here. Trump's being a loser. I liked him when we were pushing up. I don't like him now. Same thing I said yesterday, though. Trump would be my favorite person in the entire world if I was long 5 minis with no TP set.
Yeah.
Monday open. Don't worry about missing your TP. It looks like it's coming back down now. It's going all over the place.
That's what Tom Dante says about execution. Zinc.
What, not being able to execute?
I'd rather be average at calling and excel in execution. Execution is everything. Without it, your calls mean shit.
Yep.
And while you're reading this, if you have a clear read on a given day, make a plan and try to stick to the fucking thing.
There's the stop loss for that first trade. That was a 200. Oh yeah, I forgot. $200 was the risk. 50 points. All right, this one will be. I don't really like the size behind that. Actually, it's not ideal. This one, I'll leave this one. It'll be the actual IB trade, but I'm not sizing into it anymore.
Are these on the my funded futures accounts? Yeah.
These are on Tradeify.
Oh, Tradeify. Instant funded ones.
No, these are the select. I have another 5. Well, now 700 to pass them.
Okay, nice.
These were. I bought these accounts. Oops, I gotta make sure I remove that sell limit up there too. I bought these accounts earlier this week.
Got it.
But they're 3 days to pass, sadly. Trump is gonna screw us over, isn't he? Was looking really good. We barely missed that high. And that's another 60-ish points to the low. But I'm not going to be adding anything in. I want to make that very clear. Especially if it is going to keep yapping. If this ends up being a loss, then I take back everything that I said about not trading during Trump. I'm going to add another reset to your stats here this morning. I'm not going to blow these accounts today. Unless you're talking about yourself. But these ones are obviously not looking too good right now. But it was the same thing as yesterday. SPY looks a lot better on the IB. Q's not as good right now. Same thing as yesterday, though. I just got to let it play out. Yeah, I do have the win from Globex last night, too. Just not on these Tradeify accounts. These ones are... I'm still taking the same trades. I'm in 1 micro. Well, now 2. Now 1. I'm in 1 micro on the My Funded Futures accounts. And these ones are currently down 180 on the day. With this $100 loss. $200 win last night, and then being down another 100 right now. Sorry, open P&L is 150. Total negative 50 on the day. Now negative 100.
We're back at that 100 level, Zinc. 110 on NQ.
Man, give me a bounce. NQ looks so much weaker. Look at ES.
Yeah.
MES looks much better. This is exactly what I was saying for a trailing intraday drawdown, though. If you had a trailing intraday drawdown account and that wick made you like plus 400, plus 500, and now you're down 400, the account is almost gone, even though you didn't actually lose anything on it. Well, this isn't ideal, is it? Not looking nearly as good now. A little upsetting. This is essentially the inverse trade that we took yesterday, or didn't take yesterday, because we don't really have any draws to the upside. We have previous day's high on Qs, but I guess downside does look a little bit better with that opening week range low on SPY. It'll be fine. Trump say something. Yes, he did. He's yapping. I think this trade should be all set. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be all set either way. We're either going to lose on it or we're going to win. But stats are indicating that we should go up. Trump is indicating that we're going down.
Yeah, it's a little bit mixed on the screener here today. I can actually show you.
Yeah, go for it. Pull it up.
There you go.
Baron Trump wallet just sold full. Ooh, that's not a very good Italian flag.
Yeah. It's more in the middle, but bullish 46% and bearish 44%.
It's like a crosshair.
Yeah.
Looks like you're aiming right down the middle. SPY still looks better. I mean, it might get the rejection to the low. It didn't quite take the high. Actually, scratch that. SPY did take the high. This might impact our trade a little bit. SPY took the high on the IB. I didn't notice that. So it doesn't have the draw to the upside anymore. Probably going to go and get a double break, honestly. How about MES? MES broke it. Yeah, I will, because of that, yeah, well, I didn't like the size of this anyway. It's not ideal for me to do this. Negative 380 on the day. Yeah, I'm going to close right there. So I did close it early. If it goes and takes the high, I'm going to be very upset. But I don't like the SPY took the high. We don't have that draw, the added draw anyway. So negative 380, and we'll be done there. That trade was James's loss, by the way, just so everyone knows.
I only had just for those asking, I only had the one trade off the NQ longs right off the open, 12 minutes in, and I've been flat ever since.
Tradeify, negative 180. I didn't notice that SPY went and took the high. I mean, it still has the same odds of going to the high. It's probably going to be a really good trade now that I'm out of it. We'll see. Hindsight. I have a dog. I have 2 dogs. We'll see. I'll probably regret getting out of this trade, I'm sure. But that will, again, all be in hindsight. Isn't that right, James?
Yep.
That is what it is. On to another one. Live for another day.
Yeah. Well, yesterday you said you're always going to trust the RB, so you got to,
Yeah, no, I said that, and then I end up going and exiting early, even though it's targeting the high.
For losing trades when in doubt, blame Andre James and or Trump.
Yep. No blame on Zinc.
Yeah, Meta's bleeding. Yeah, Meta down 5%. Oh my goodness.
It's getting a lower low now. Spiking lower a little bit. 24-1 might hold.
Yeah, good management, Zinc. I think it's well managed. You're not going to win every trade.
Actually, no, look at that. Yikes. Broke all the way down to 24.89. I'll live for another day. How do I have baseball practice? I coach a high school team. I don't play. I'm the head coach.
Coach Carter.
Coach Carter their ass.
Yeah. Do suicides, boy.
She might get in trouble for calling them suicides nowadays. You gotta call them down and back with a little extra.
Down and back. That's actually, dude. That suicides, like, yeah, they hurt, bro. But
honestly, pretty happy I exited now. I saved myself $200. I was about to go and take the IB low. Would have been a 586 red day. SPY's gonna go for the double break. Looks like. Q's is 20 points off the low, so it should pretty easily go and take it right now. I don't think it's gonna have too strong of a bounce off this level. It might. Here it comes. Trade remains ungoated. Yeah, not goated today. This one was, I will add in, this one had Trump that kind of, I don't know what he's saying right now, but obviously it's not good. We just fell way through the bottom. So, you know what? Good early close, poor management on the first trade. 386 red on the day, and then we are going to go and X out of it. Not trading it anymore. SPY's also about to go and get a double break, which is, it's a Thursday, isn't it? Thursdays are the worst days for the IB too. Forget to add that in. Yeah, SPY definitely looks like it's going to go and get a double break here. News drop. Trump, Iran must make a deal or face continued U.S. onslaught. Wonderful. Terrific. IB goat and IB sheep.
It's like that. I saw a video on Instagram today. It was pretty wild. It's like, yeah, do you see the war started? And the guy's like, yeah, it's pretty devastating. And the guy's like, yes, because he was long oil over the weekend. He's like, I'm up 10 bands.
Not a position to be celebrating.
Yeah, dude, wild. I was like, geez, that's crazy. I wonder if we bounce from these lows again, though, Zinc.
We could. Are these the same ones from earlier? Yeah, swept it again. We could. SPY may barely hold off from a double break. I don't think Q's has the same strength in it. We'll see. It's the same level you took the long off earlier, right?
Yeah, the exact same level, yeah. 098.
IB loaded. Tough trading. Well, it wasn't ideal, obviously, but I didn't blow up from it. I didn't go and revenge average in or revenge trade anything on the IB. But also keep in mind that Trump didn't help with that. And I know I was just talking about not worrying about trading during Trump speaking, but you will not be getting a trade for the next 3 years if you have that mindset. 2 years, sorry. However long he's left in office for. But it's always going to be the case, right, guys? There's always going to be someone in power that is causing the market to move in a volatile way. I don't know. SPY may not get a double break. But you know what? Now we have SPY either goes and takes a double break or Qs goes and takes a double break to the upside. So probably another range day. Something else I forgot to mention too, we were up like 120-ish on that first trade with that spike up. Because what was our entry? I closed the tab out, but I have a screenshot, luckily. So our first entry was 24,190 and price went and hit 24,226. So 36 points, we were up $120 on the 2 micros. Could have trailed the stop loss up to break even. That I could have managed a little bit better.
Do you do that often though, or not?
So. I mean, the times I feel like the times I move the stop loss up, I get stopped out early.
Sure.
At break even, then I see it go and hit full TP, and vice versa. The times I don't, it goes and does what it just did to me, where you're up 120, now you're down 200. It's hit or miss. We're trying to reject at 24.1 right now, I think, and then probably back down. But people don't like talking about war, do they? Is the special of buying multiple Lucid accounts using your code? Yeah, you can use whatever. You can use my code Zinc, or you can use, they have the code Vault. Whatever discount they have running, just know that all affiliate codes get the same benefit. It's not like my code's better than anyone else's, but if you want to use mine, I appreciate it. Thank you. But it's no different than using the code that they have at the bottom of the screen or the code that they run for a discount.
Gold coming up a little bit too.
We have a hater in chat, James. Well, it's tricky to say what we're going to do right now. Obviously, I'm not going to be taking anything else today. The IB's done. SPY and Q's both are done. They're out of the equation. Getting a bounce off that level. There you go. Pretty good level.
Sounds in the chat. No. Yeah, I had the one long and I am done for the day. So again, we are balancing off those lows that are actually be above the price that I bought that on. Well, we're kind of at the same price I bought that on NQ. I'm going to be done trading for the day. I'm up green on the day, so
yeah, $1,000.
Yeah, I think it's actually more. I'll have to check once it syncs with everything on TradeZilla. But
very nice.
Yeah, I'll take that. So yeah. So we still are trading at the level. I bought it at literally at this level earlier on. So I had the long over here. Entered on that candle here, off the lows, and I got out back over here. So like 40 points on NQ, just a nice quick scalp, and I haven't taken anything else. I could have maybe scalped something more on these longs back up, but yeah, I'll take that. I'll be done for the day and go on to the
very
next
good.
trade. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, ES never broke the ES definitely holding up a little bit better than NVDA.
We're at 11. Didn't notice
Oh
that.
yeah, jeez. Yeah, good stream though, Zinc.
Yeah. So, let me finish typing this out and then I'll wrap it up with you.
Yeah, all good. No one's saying following signal, brother. You should never follow signals.
Nope. Trade for yourself. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Obviously, not a very good setup for the IB, unfortunately. Happens. We'll move on. I will be live next Tuesday. I'll be live with My Fun TV tomorrow. You guys will have James tomorrow as well for the Edgeful TV. Andre's not here. And then starting it off again next week. But have a great weekend, great rest of your week, great rest of your day. I will see you guys next week. James will see you tomorrow.
Yep. Cheers, guys. Good stuff.
Peace out.